arm fake.
Healing up. This one? You're going to get there, brother. Don't let it sidetrack you.
All right, doubleheader game number 2 officially underway. This one is reversed. I need to change our encoder panel. Washington is actually in the black. All right, so got that one corrected there. So the hometown McLoud Redskins in red and white, and then the visiting Washington Warriors in black and red. Self-explanatory on home and visitor. One foul apiece here. No bucket scored early on. And McLoud jumps out to the early 1-0 lead. One of two for LaDamian Williams. Jumper just off the mark. I believe Owen McCallop with a little one-hander shot that floats and goes in and out. All right, 3-0 lead early on for McLoud. I do not have a number for number 11, but I'll work on getting that maybe at halftime. One-handed shot goes for Cole Beard. Washington on the board. If you're having any kind of connectivity problems, we had a really good connection for the first game. This one looks to be red. So I'm going to keep a track on this, and we may have to pull the feed down and restart it again. But if it's jamming, Make sure that you stay ahead of the red dot on the line. And then all you have to do is play catch up with the bump. That way, if you experience a buffer on it, then you'll be able to resume the capture of the audio and video. It can get about a 10-second, 8-second, 10-second gap. Eight seven is your score. We're a little bit behind the encoder panel. So our interviews at halftime was scratched, so I do apologize. Rather than get into particulars, I'll just let you know exactly that it did not work as planned, but we'll do our best to try to get those next time for you. All right, 8-7. Pretty much McLoud has led throughout. They jumped out to the early lead with the first bucket on the free throw, and they have held tentative kind of 1-2 point bucket throughout. 2 point bucket is good. It's a 3 point lead. 3 fouls against the Warriors here early on. Wow, they just tied that one up with a beautiful stroke on the three outside the perimeter. And it is a 10-up ball game. .240 to go. Here we come back again the other way. Washington trying to take their first lead of the game. Jump shot outside the key is no good. Rebound by the Redskins. Number 11 clears it out and brings it back up the floor. Mr. Phoenix Lopez drives into kind of a double team, heads up play on the pass. He's going to take, I think his hand may have got caught in the net. It was looking like he was going to absolutely dunk that ball and just can't quite get the closing speed on it. Mr. Zero, LaDamian Williams, I believe he did the tip ball as well. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jumper. Oh, beautiful stroke. And back to a 3 point lead. Beautiful shot by Mr. Phoenix Lopez. Washington immediately responds, and it is a 1 point ball game. Post-up scores, back-to-back buckets by Lopez. Largest lead of the game now for McLoud at 5. .50 seconds to go. Kicks it back out. Jump shot on its way. Off the mark, no good. Hustles up the rebound, and they'll have another shot opportunity after the nice play by Williams. Potential final shot of the quarter. Lopez is going to drive this one, kicks it back outside the perimeter. So it's kind of been a two-man show here early on. Jumper is good. Largest lead of the game now after number 1, Grayson Yossi, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have the right name here on the sheet. But that was a beautiful stroke. 6-point lead. Final shot of the quarter coming down here for the Warriors. Girls were big winners in the earlier matchup, taking the undefeated record of McLoud. Blocked shot. So that may be it for a kick-in. 3 seconds. Yep. Washington will maintain possession. Would like to thank our coverage sponsor for today's stream highlights and coverage, Libby's Cafe for Washington, and for the other following sponsors: Hudeberg Ford, Welton, Oklahoma, and Cimarron Construction. Your score through 1, it is McLoud 18, Washington 12. You're watching PNTV doubleheader coverage. All right, double post up. Can't quite get the shot to fall. It's exactly why you trail the gunner. So Beard misses it, and then McKinney, one of our All-State selections from last season, with the follow-up and nifty one-handed jump. 4-point lead, 18-14 Redskins. Eden Litherland couldn't quite get the shot to fall. Strips the ball loose, so good defensive play there. Gives kind of the double clap. Wanted to get the steal. Even better, gets the turnover. So be credited with a rebound and then the kick in. 7 minutes remain before halftime. Beautiful shot. And 1-point ball game now, 18-17. Jack McKinney draining the shot, the 6'4" power forward center combo player. Nothing but net. 6:27 remains. Been a mistake-free quarter so far, other than the strip loose ball. No fouls. And each team getting some nice, nifty defensive stops and some really good shots. We may still have a set of interviews coming up at halftime. I'll keep you updated on that. If we have to, we may just do here at the table and flip the camera around, and then we'll just kind of bring them in one at a time so we can interview the girls here. McLoud was on their way back to the dugout, back to the locker room, and I couldn't quite chase them from behind after they did the lineup. It got a little delayed for the boys running out on the floor. 1 point lead. Redskins have led throughout. We have had a tie ball game, of course. Midland tries to drive in. The lane kind of cuts off on him fairly quickly and can't post up. He's wide open on the perimeter side. Actually, I believe that was a dish and pass, so correction there. I believe that was Leroy Thomas that drained the three. Nope, got the wrong player. Sorry about that. I want to correct it. It was Nicholas Bull, number 2. Four-point lead. Here we go, folks. Washington takes the undefeated record of McLoud in the girls' game. Both teams now an identical 22-1 on the season. So he's going to, I don't know if they gave him, yep, they do give him the buckets. We'll count that as a potential 3-point play. Cole Beard with an opportunity to get a rare 3-point play without the outside shot. Multiple package changes for McLoud. 2 players coming in, 1 for Washington. And back to a 1-point ball game. 21-25, 15 remains here before halftime. Quadruple pass. Redskins looking to set up a play. Nemechek briefly having the ball, kicks it back out right outside the arc, as you see, and he misses the shot. Gets his own rebound, floats it in. I think the pass is going to be well contained, so they're going to have to restart the play in the corner. Drives, dishes off once again. Bull trying to get something going outside. Lopez kicks it back out, and there's the wide open look. Exactly what they wanted. Passed it around until they got the shot that could not be turned down and couldn't be refused. Mr. Zamian Stacker. And wide open with his 3. Timeout, McLoud. Jack McKimmey drains the 3, back to a 1-point lead, 24-23. You're watching PNTP coverage, doubleheader games of the day here at McLoud High School. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsors, Libby's Cafe for Washington, and then a plethora of sponsors here for McLoud Athletics. We will just rattle them off. Hudeberg Ford, Welton, Oklahoma, and Cimarron Construction. To the hoop and scores. And there is our first lead change of the game. Washington up 25-24. Very short-lived, though. Back-to-back buckets inside the paint, about 2-footers. All right, back in action. 3:15 remains, and we have got a 27-26 lead. Two lead changes here in back-to-back touches. Washington takes it first, 25-24, or 25-24, and then immediately gives it up 26-25 in the paint, posts and scores. So 4 touches, 4 lead changes. Back 28-27 for the Redskins. Warriors struggling on the season, a sub 500 record, lost a lot of talent. And this year, obviously, the girls number one and cruise control kind of right now looks like all the way to another state title run. They get the second shot opportunity, and McLoud is going to drive this one in till he can't kick anything, kickbacks. And he sets the pick there and nails the shot. So nicely done by Gann. Sets a nice pick for him and blocks him, insulates him, and the shot is up. Largest lead of the game now for Washington, 30-28. It's been a 1 and 2 point lead for the Warriors, and the hometown Redskins looking to get back in control of a game that they led from the first tip-off all the way till about the 3.5 marker, where we had back-to-back lead changes. Substitution package coming back in for McLean, Grayson Yusi, and I believe the other player, Phoenix Lopez. And then we'll have number 2 and number 5, Bull and Stacker, going to the bench. 1 foul for each team member throughout the game so far. Both teams in good shape as far as that goes. Drives, penetrates inside 2 minutes to go. He's going to whip it into the paint. Low pass causes him to have to force and grow back. We're going to drive, penetrate, and maybe a travel call. Nope, charge is the call. LaDamian Williams with the charge, and it's an offensive foul, second of the quarter against the Redskins. Crosses midcourt once again. Stidham trying to get something going. Kicks it back off. Ooh, we could have had a travel and a combination call there. I'm not sure exactly who number 11 is. He's not matching up with the roster I've got, but gets the shot to go. Tie ball game. Oh, he almost turned that one over. Assist. That's what you call living right there, man. He was in the perfect spot, perfect time, and that's about as easy of a shot as you're going to get. The defensive player falls down, and all you got to do is just roll it with the fingertips. Battle for the ball momentarily. Number 13, after scoring, is kind of a little bit of a limp. I think he's going to head over to the bench. He's another player that I do not have a name for, number 11 and number 13, for whatever reason, not matching up with the Max Preps roster here. Punches it into the corner, back top of the key. And we will have an interview with we got 5 players. You're going to get to hear from all of them here momentarily, just about 25 seconds or so away. 32-30, Washington with a brief lead here. They have trailed all of the first quarter, half of the second quarter, and then they've had some success. Turnover. Redskins with an opportunity to drain the clock and get the final shot off. He's going to go right to the hoop, misses the shot. Inside of 8 seconds to go, this one is going to be right at the marker. Stops, shoots, pivots, misses the shot. Rebound, put back is good. And that is going to be the score at halftime. 34-30 Washington. You're watching PNTV coverage, doubleheader games of the day. All right. If you want to join me right here, we'll do one at a time. I'll flip the camera. There's no trick questions. Pretty much just about the season, what your name is. We'll ask you a little bit about your play. How about that? All right. Okay. You number 2 or number 1? Okay.
pass is just a little bit. All right, we're here at McLoud High School. First off, tough loss, first loss of the season. Walk me through what was the difference in the game. They seemed to kind of jump on you from the get-go and kind of discombobulate a little bit.
I think Washington's a really good team. I mean, going in there, we expected that they were going to be really good and go out there and really just be out there. They were a really solid team. So we knew that going into it, and I think they really capitalized on things and exposed us on a lot of things. And I think it's a really good learning moment for us going into the playoffs.
I think anytime a team is undefeated, there's a bullseye on your back.
Yeah.
Now, it's a great thing until you get to the playoffs. You don't want to lose your first game in the state playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, regionals, area, maybe district, not a big deal. So now that you've got a little bit of that pressure off, you guys have made it all the way to number 4, highest ranking in school district.
Yes.
How important is that to you, and how proud are you of that accomplishment?
I mean, I think it's just a testament to how hard we work every day in practice and just the type of character people we are on the court and off the court.
Final question for you. You get the unique opportunity of playing with your sister. Are you big sis or little sis?
I'm big sis.
All right, big sis has always went out in this kind of deal. What is it like getting to hoop with each other at home, pick up games, and then officially on the floor?
I mean, it's always competitive. We're always competing. We compete who eats dinner faster. So it's just like, we're always competitive.
Well, I would expect nothing less from siblings. Congratulations. I know it's a tough loss, but you played awesome.
Thank you.
Very proud. All right, next up. You nailed it. It's not the best angle for the camera, so I apologize, but we'll make it work.
Kind of like one a little bit.
Nemechek, right?
Nemechek,
Okay,
yes.
got it. All right, second player up for McLoud Lady Redskins. Gacy Nemechek. You were the big in the game. What was it like going against Presley Johnson, who can basically play all 5 positions on the floor?
It was tough. She definitely had some like pressure, especially when I was out in the field. She definitely had a lot of pressure on me.
It seemed from the start of the game that they were wanting to flex coverage and man up on you by position. And then that did cause some missed passes and some missed shots, misfires. But then when you get on the flip side of the floor, the point guard might switch to shooting guard, or the center might go forward, and they were just kind of mixing and matching. Did it present some spacing and matchup problems when you got to play?
I don't think so, because I feel like for the whole sauce, I don't know, they almost all the same height. Like they're all so talented. It's just,
For Class 4A right now, I think everybody is chasing Lincoln Christian, and then the battle is a Broken Bow or Locust Grove, and then you're right there on the coast. So when you have an opportunity to play 4A, you're in the largest classification for basketball pretty much. You're the middle of the road. And I think 4A for softball, for football, and especially basketball, probably the deepest, toughest class, because you don't have any gimme things. 22-1, awesome start to the year. What has been the success for you guys this year playing a really tough schedule and playing All right, final question for you. What is it about basketball that won your heart?
she showed me these pictures of her playing, going into basketball.
There we are. Thank you very much for your time. All right, who's next? Number 1, correct?
Yes.
All right, Chloe. Is it Mapira?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. All right, back on the hot seat, number 1, Chloe Mapira. First off, congratulations. Great season, great start, tough loss. What did you take away from this?
I think obviously knew that undefeated there was a target on our back, so I think we need to learn to adjust and make as good adjustments as we have. We haven't had a ton of adversity, so I think learning how to handle adversity in games is really important.
I asked your sister this question, and tell me, as the younger sibling, but also having the benefit of leading, watching, observing, and then competing, what is it like playing with your sister in the starting five? Not many siblings get to experience that.
Oh, it's so fun. We like to push each other. We like to compete. We're big competitors, so I think it's fun knowing I have like someone I can really trust and rely on.
When you suit up for McLoud, how exciting is it to start the game? I don't think the average person realizes it because we were kind of at a block on the screen and it didn't get the best view. You guys have got like a 5-minute hype video before we even get into the game.
Yeah.
So what's the story behind it?
Well, our booster club does a really good job finding the best ways to support us and to have give us like the coolest thing. So they came up with this video and we had like a reveal show and we love it. I think it's fun.
I know that a loss is a loss and it never feels good. I'm scanning Class 4A. You're the only team in classification that just has one loss. Lincoln Christian is closest with 2. That has to be a point of pride in us, something that you've lifted the standard, best start to a season in school history, highest ranking in school history. How proud of you?
I'm super proud of us. We work hard every day to showcase what we have on Friday and Tuesday nights. We practice on every day, so I'm proud of us. And I think this is how I'm doing it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You did well. All right, who's next? What's your number?
13.
13, all right. All right, Creighton, you're one of the starting 5, one of the leading scorers on the team, clocking just about a half a bucket, give or take, from leading the score. When you got the draw, you knew who you were going to play, you saw it on the schedule. Were you excited? Were you nervous to see Washington come in, obviously the Michigan State champions?
Honestly, I think a lot of our team was really excited just to be able to match up and see, honestly, one of the best teams in Oklahoma, I would say. That's a great team, and just being able to see them on the schedule, we're really excited just to kind of see where we were at and where we can stay with the team.
Obviously, when you talk about the best teams in the state right now, Putnam City North and 6A, insanely talented. Lincoln Christian looking for a repeat in your class. You know about them. AL and 2A trying to get back to Glory. Washington wants to repeat. What is the goal for McLoud realistically in players? District championship? Regional? Area? State? What are your goals as far as players? Did you guys talk about this before the season, or is it something that's kind of morphed and maybe improved as the season's gone on?
So we set team goals, and before each game, coach gives us a sheet we're able to set. So I think it kind of changes, and we talked about kind of previously before even this game about does those goals change, and as players we talk about just wanting to improve every single game and switching our goals based on what we don't feel like shows us that.
Let me ask you this question. Do you learn more from a loss, or do you learn more from a really tough, had to earn it and grind it out?
To be completely honest, I think a loss like that, I think you learn something from that. I think you learn grit from having to grind out a win, but a loss like that, you're exposed on so much, and so I think it's just good to be able to see what you need to work on, especially this late in the season going into playoffs and the type of teams that you're expecting to match up with in the state tournament.
Have you been able to get any pairings yet to see if you'll be hosting districts and regionals?
Yes, we're hosting.
So anybody wants to tune in, we're watching at least that round. Congratulations and all the best wishes throughout the week. All right. Are we down to Emma?
Yes.
All right. All right, final starting 5 up. Emma Esslinger, first off, great game, tough game. I ask everybody a variation of this question. When you play the number 1 rated team and a defending state champion, you know it's what you're doing. Were there any parts to the game that surprised you?
Coming out, they're going to be able to score from all 3 levels. Just
all averaging 10 to 12 points a game. And then you've got another starter that's right at 9. So, perfect world, you're going to score 50, 55, 60 points a game. That's usually good enough for you. However, this particular game, it wasn't good. So what do you take from a learning lesson from the loss tonight? This is kind of a trick question, but normally, do you guys play more than 7 deep on the bench, or what about today? Final question for you. I know you're very proud of your accomplishment. 22-1 is amazing. It's the best record still in Class 4A. Everything is still ahead of you. What is the goal moving forward for you personally and with the team? Congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate your time. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, appreciate you. Got a great group again.
I know, so thank you so much. Thank you.
I would put you on the grill, but you probably want to get going. So.
I'll visit if you want me to. If not, I'm good.
We'll catch you another time if you want. Yep, that'll work. Folks, we had the starting 5 for McLoud Lady Redskins join us. Chloe Napira, Claire Napira, Creighton Conley, Daisy Nimsek, and Emma Esslinger. I'd like to thank the head coach for making it possible. We didn't quite catch them. We had a delay for the ladies coming out on the floor when the girls had already started kind of taking off, running toward the locker room. But Coach reached out to them, so I want to thank them personally. Coach Rosie Miles done a great job with McLoud this season, as I've watched a couple of times. Best record in Class 4A for the season. Best start in school history, highest ranking in school history, and a real opportunity to be able to host some home games for district parents and then obviously for the regional tournament. Didn't go their way today against number 1 Washington. However, it was a great learning experience and an opportunity for those who were watching the field to check out some of the young ladies and talent. I say this all the time. You can like sports, or you can love athletes. And I'm one of those that love sports and really, really love the athletes. And I do my best to always try to give them props, opportunities, awards, recognition, and a medium or a platform to be able to share what they like to do and more importantly how they grow as a player. Congratulations to McLoud and thank you starting 5 for the game. Washington still on top. They've led by as many as 1. That play, I think, did not go the way that it was designed. Halfway through almost the third quarter, I think Libby's Cafe for sponsoring coverage for the Warriors on the road. And then I would like to personally thank the following sponsors: McLoud Athletics, Peterborough Food, Walking Pulls back, kicks back, drives into the paint. Momentarily had a jump shot and freeze top of the shot. McLoud claims the lead. If I'm mistaken, kicks it back out, pump fake, double pass in the paint. Just can't quite get the shot off the way he wanted. The ball, it's a tip, the rebound. Stop the clock. 3:52. Should be the second team foul each squad. And then the third ball, each package coming in for the Warriors. 3 different players will take the floor. We're watching PNTV coverage of interaction McLoud versus Washington. Any changes? Neither team really able to put up much more than about, I think, 3 for Washington, possibly 1 is good, so back-to-back for McLoud. They're now on a correction 3-0 run. Back to a 1-point ball game. 4:24 remains. Back to back. Okay, we got a hot potato foul here. Ball contested. It's going to be against McLoud. So in effect, a defensive foul, even though they were trying to get possession back again. Washington will kick it in with 1 minute to go in the ball game. And the Warriors now have put McLoud and bonus rest out of the way. Very picky here, but you're going to need to get at least a couple of touches if you're going to take the lead and potentially win this game. Now they need to stop. So bring the ball down, see if they get aggressive defensively. Any fouls can pretty much put him behind after the goal. That is the exact perfect scenario for Washington. Unfortunately, what happens for McLoud. Backward cut. And he misses the shot again. This time, though, he is fouled. Man, that is back-to-back layups. In effect, 2 foot right on the box line layups. They're going to be a 4-point swing. You got, both those made 54-52 lead with a foul. Potentially, if I said get up by 3, now you got to hit both of these free throws with 16 seconds remaining. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight at the conclusion of this game. We want to great highlight reel from the boys' game and go get back. We may have coverage for you Friday and Saturday. We're sure again. We have one game canceled tomorrow. So we are back free again for the day. I'd like to reach out for coverage. Just email me at prepnationtv@gmail.com. Time game. I haven't had one actually in quite a while. Shot up off the mark. Rebound, that's going to be good. Game over, 54-51 is the score.